I created over 1 million directories in Linux with one command. Why? I don't know. I just wanted to see if I could do it. But seriously, how many directories will it take to break Linux? I want to find out by the end of this video. But first, I'm going to show you how to actually make directories, how to create them, create lots of them, and also how to create files. You see, this is more than a stupid, I did something really cool video. This is going to teach you something. You're going to learn. I'm going to force you to learn. So, get your coffee ready. Time to learn some Linux and watch me do something stupid. Now before you ask, yes, I actually did create over 1 million directories in Linux. And yeah, it kind of broke things. So you're probably wondering, well Chuck, why would you do that to your own Linux computer? And I'll tell you, I didn't. This computer belonged to Hack the Box Academy, the official sponsor of this entire series and the reason you can have a free lab right now that you can break yourself.
Do you want to break some Linux with me?
Let's break Hack the Box's Linux. Seriously, check the link below, get signed up. It is absolutely free. And once you're registered and signed in, you can go to Modules, All Modules, Linux Fundamentals, and launch your very own Linux box you can break right now. Now, there is more to Hack the Box Academy. They have pretty much everything you need to become a hacker. From all their crazy modules that teach you some pretty dangerous things, almost too dangerous, but also some defensive things to protect your systems. Red team, blue team. And then my favorite thing are their paths. They have both skill paths and job role paths. So if you want a job in cybersecurity, check this out. Bug Bounty Hunter, Junior Penetration Tester. Look at these modules. They get you ready. And speaking of Bug Bounty Hunters, they now have a certification. If I go over here to exams, they have a Hack the Box Certified Bug Bounty Hunter certification. Kinda crazy. So if you do want to become a hacker, check out Hack the Box Academy. In the meantime, let's get our lab going. Because you already signed up because it was free. It's right below in the description, just do it. Quick coffee break. Go ahead and start your lab, your workstation, your pwn box, and then click on Interact to make it big in its own window. Our Linux box in the cloud that we can break. Now before we break things, we're gonna actually do some things. We're gonna learn some stuff and then we'll break it, okay? Build it, learn it, break it.
Pitch wisdom for the kidsdom.
Now if you're new here, the first thing we always do is launch our home, our terminal, our happy place. Launch that guy right up there. Oh yeah, the bash shell. I'll make things bigger with Control-Shift+. We learned that in the previous episode. Now, the first thing I want to show you is how to create files in Linux. If you're thinking, Chuck, that's so basic and easy, I bet I'm going to show you something that you don't know. So even you Linux veterans, hang tight, take a sip of coffee, you're going to learn something. I hope. First, we're going to touch some things. Don't get weird. We're just going to do it right here. Type in touch, and then the name of a file. Can't touch this.txt. Just hit enter. There it is, a file we just created, but it's empty. If we look inside of it, we can do that right now with the cat command. Cat can't touch this. We use a tab to autocomplete, nothing inside. We can also touch a lot of things. We can create multiple files at one time with touch. Check it out. Type in touch, and we'll create 4 files right now. Can't touch this. Yes. Bam. I just created 4 files. If I hit LS, there they all are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. We created files. We touched a bunch of stuff, but they're all empty. What if we want to create some files with some stuff in it? We can do that with a lot of things, actually. But did you know you can do it with the cat command? So we can use the cat command to look inside these files, but we can also use cat to create files with stuff inside. Watch this. Let's clear our screen, Control L. And this is pretty cool. It does make things faster, a little faster, but we know from the last video, little things that make us faster equal to big things that make us, we're really fast, okay? Type in cat, do the right arrow, and the name of your file. Let's do file.txt. Hit enter, and right now, it's waiting for us to put stuff inside of it. Like, hey, I'm putting stuff inside of it. And then I'll hit Control D to save it. And that's it. Now if I cat that file, actually cat the file, cat file.txt, there it is. So that's pretty cool. And let me show you one more way we can do this with cat. And this comes in handy when you're writing bash scripts. So we'll type in cat, we'll do 2 back arrows, or whatever the crap those are called. And then we'll type in EOF. Now this can actually be anything, but this is the most common thing we do. It stands for end of file. And then we'll do a right arrow. Then after that, we'll put in the name of our file. Name of our file, .txt, and hit enter. Now what's happening here is kind of cool. I can do lots of stuff, multi-line, go crazy, and it will keep doing stuff until I say this, EOF at the very end, and hit enter. And it's done. So notice what we did here with this weird little syntax. We said, hey, when we type in EOF and enter, that's the end of it, that's done. That signifies the end of our file. And again, I mentioned that could be anything, like watch this. Instead of EOF, I could have it be cat. And I can type stuff and then end it with cat. So that's pretty cool. And then just when you thought you were sick of creating files, Chuck had one more to show you. And I like this one because we can create something in a file with one line. Just quick, bam, watch out. Here we go. Type in echo, and then whatever you want to put inside your file. And then the right arrow and the name of the file. And that's it. Hit enter, and it happens. So if I cat that file, cat stuff.txt, there it is. So a simple one-liner to quickly add up or create a file with something inside of it. I like that. So touch, cat, echo, and probably a bunch of other ways we can create files. And the reason I'm showing you all these is you'll probably end up seeing these in scripts or using them yourselves in a lot of situations. So you just have to know it. Just be familiar with it. Okay, now for the fun stuff. We're moving on to directories. You know what that means. So real quick, type in ls. Let's do ls-l. And right now, all these little files are kind of cluttering up my home directory, my sweet home tilde. So what do you say we create a directory to put all of them inside and get them out of the way? Now, if you come from the Windows world, a directory is basically a folder. Just don't ever say that in this context or they will kill you. Just kidding. Kind of. But that's what a directory is. It's a folder. It holds stuff. Now, I don't know why we couldn't just agree on one term. I don't know if Windows was wanting to be different or Linux was wanting to just be different and cool. I don't know. Anyways, I'm moving on. So let's clear our screen and create our first directory. The command will be mkdir, or mk for make, directory dir. That's how I remember it. Space, and then the name of your directory. It's that simple. We'll call this cool stuff. And that's it. If I type in ls-l, cool stuff is right there. Now, what I want you to notice is that, first of all, the colors are different. Now, I have no idea what color that is because I am colorblind. And honestly, when I'm dealing with tech, I don't rely on colors because I am colorblind. I hate colors. So normally I rely on other stuff like the data over here. So you may be able to tell, and I can kind of tell, that cool stuff is a different color than like cat.txt. That means that cool stuff is different. It's a directory versus cat, which is a file. But for me, a better way to see that, and probably a cooler way to see it, is over here in the file info. You see that first letter right there? That first letter tells us if it's a directory or a file. D, directory. Easy enough, right? And then over here, like that file can't, it's just a dash. That's how we know it's a file. Colors can trick you, trust me. But over here, this won't trick you. It'll tell you exactly what's going on. Now, what's cool about the make directory command or mkdir is you can make multiple directories, kind of like touch. With one command, I can go, this is a directory. Actually, all of these are. And each of these individual words will be a directory, except for this because that was already a file. Everything else will be though. If I type in ls-l, it created a bunch of random directories. So now let's give these directories a purpose. The purpose is to hold stuff, files. Let's move some files inside of these directories. So our task right now, let's focus on the cool stuff directory because that's where I want to put cool stuff. We're going to move all these dumb files we created inside the cool stuff directory. So I'll clear my screen. The command will be mv for move. That's it. That's simple. 2 letters. I love it. And with this command, the first thing we'll do is specify the file we're going to move. And I forgot them already, so I need to type in ls-l. See what we're working with here. Cool. We'll move file.txt first. Okay. So mv file.txt. And then we'll tell it where to go. Now this is going to be kind of weird, but I want to type in this period, / and then the directory name, cool stuff. Now, why did I put in period / In Linux, when we put in a period, we're saying, hey, right here. That's where that folder is. Cool stuff is right here. And that's where the cool stuff folder is. It is right here where we are in our current working directory. It's in our tilde, our home directory. If we didn't put that period, here's what would happen. Let's take it out. Hit enter, and it's gonna go, yo, first of all, permission denied. And second, it's not even there. What we're actually saying, and we're lying, is that we're saying that cool stuff lives at the root of the file system. So, we type in / to get to the root of the file system. Like, watch, we can do it right now. cd / We're not the root. If I type in ls, all the root stuff. We saw that in our video where we talked about the Linux file system in 1233 seconds. Was that what it was? I think it was. And notice there is not a folder called cool stuff here. So we were lying to it. That's why we have to do the period to say, dude, right here. So if you use our up arrow a few times, make sure our period is there before the /, hit enter. Oh wait, I forgot to go back home. cd, that's it. Go back home, then run my command once more. Now I can move it, because cool stuff's right here. Hit enter, there we go. I just moved the file.txt into the cool stuff directory. If I type in ls-l, file.txt, he's gone, man. He disappeared. He now lives in here. And we can find out real quick. We can type in ls from here, type in ls, and specify the directory we want to look inside. So I can say ls cool stuff. I want to look inside cool stuff. There he is, file.txt. We moved him. He's home. He's safe. We tucked him in. Coffee break. Let's try moving one more thing. So we'll do mv. This time, let's move stuff.txt. So move stuff.txt. We'll move it into the cool stuff directory, period / cool stuff. But this time, we're going to put him in a witness protection program. We're going to change his name in the new directory. Can we do that? Yeah, we can. Just right after cool stuff, type in a new name. New identity.txt. hit enter. And not only did we move him, because if we do ls-l, see if stuff.txt is there anymore, he's not there. But if we ls cool stuff.t, or just cool stuff the directory, there he is with his new identity. So we can move stuff and rename it at the same time. Kind of cool. We can also move a lot of things all at once. So for example, I want to move this.txt and touch to the cool stuff directory. I specified multiple files right after move, then the location I want to move them to. Done. They're all moved. Now if I ls cool stuff, bam, they're all there hanging out. Now sometimes we may not want to move things. We want to keep it where it is, but we want to copy it somewhere else. And we can do this for a lot of reasons. One of the main ones is you want to back up a file before you change something. So let's try it out real quick. Clear our screen. Actually, I want to do ls-l to look what my files are. I want to back up can't touch this.txt. I'm going to copy it. So to do that, I'll use a new command, cp for copy. Then just like the move command, I'll specify the file I want to copy over. This will be can't touch this.txt. And then I'll specify the location I want to move it to. So I'll move this guy over into cool stuff. Now this will operate very similarly to the move command. I can move it over just like that, or not move it, copy it over. Now if I ls-l, I can see that can't touch this is still where we are. It still exists there. But now if I ls cool stuff, he also exists there. That's super handy. And just like move, I can copy him over and give him a new identity. I'll name him you can touch this .txt. Backed up, new identity. If I ls cool stuff, there he is. And of course, often you might want to just back up the file in the same directory you're in. So right now, the hit pwd, I'm in the our home directory, home sweet tilde. I can do copy, can't touch this, and then just specify another file name. Say, can't touch this. This is what people normally do. .txt.bak for backup. Bam. So now if I do ls-l, I've copied him over to a backup file. Keeping in mind, it does have to be a different name. You can't have the same file name in the same directory. Just doesn't work out. Now what I want you to do real quick, and I'll do it with you, is if you have any extra files just hanging around, some loose hangnails, I want you to move those suckers, move them, not copy them, into the cool stuff directory. We gotta clean this place up. So I'll do it real quick. MV, I'll do can't, and can't touch this, and all the rest of the files. I think that's all of them. I'll move them over, ls-l to make sure it's all done. Oh, I forgot one. Forgot yes. Taking you out, yes. There, he's gone. We got him. Now getting back to directories, I'll show you the beginning part of how I created over 1 million directories here in Linux. I use the mkdir command, mkdir, but there's a switch that's really, really handy, -p. With this, we can create directories and also child directories underneath. So we're actually creating a parent directory with child directories. That's what P stands for, -parent. I'm a -parent. Are you a -parent? So this could be like directory, / another one, / another one, / another one. Hit enter, and I just created a lot of directories. So if I do ls-l, all we're gonna see right here so far is directory. But if I do this, and this is actually a new command, a really, really fun, cool command, it's fun. So I'm gonna type in tree, just tree. Type in tree, hit enter, and it gives us a really cool view, tree, if you will, of our current working directory. And if I scroll up a little bit just to the middle here, I can see right here is where I created my directory, and then all the other directories inside. Another one, another one, another one. So I pretty much spammed that command to do something crazy. You'll see it here in a bit. You can even try it if you want. I'll show you a couple more things and we'll jump right to destroying the box. Actually, we're gonna destroy it twice. I'll show you. So let's clear our screen real quick. A few more things with directories. If I type in ls-l, I can see that I've got cool stuff. What I wanna do is move cool stuff. Yeah, we're gonna move a directory. I wanna move it inside of directory, and actually I want to put that inside of another one. Let's do it. Let's knock it out. It's actually the same as moving a file. Just type in mv for move. We'll specify our directory, cool stuff, and I'll move it to / directory, another one. That's it. Hit enter, it's done. So if I do ls-l, cool stuff is no longer here. But if I type in tree and scroll up a bit, our tree has some new, I think you call it leaves. Yes, leaves. Another one right here has another directory inside of it with all these files. So you can move directories, that's cool. And you can also copy directories. Let's copy cool stuff into the another one below him. If you're lost, you're not alone. So I'm gonna change my move to copy, CP. Now I'll type all this in, hopefully I get it right. There we go, yeah. Another one, copying cool stuff, go. And something interesting happened here. Glad it happened. Notice it's like, hey, you didn't use -r. What does that mean? Well, see, that directory we have here, it has stuff in it. And if we're gonna copy stuff over, it wants us to use the -r command, which stands for recursive. I'm not gonna define that, go look it up. Essentially what it means for our situation here is, hey, let's copy all the files inside of it too. So I'm gonna run that same command again. So let's bring it back up here. I'll do Control A to get back to the beginning of my command. And I'll do CP-R. Hit it, and it actually worked. No errors this time. If I ls the another one directory, cool stuff is in there. And if I ls cool stuff inside of there, this is like getting inception. We're like in a dream. There they all are. So if you're following, that's what happened. And let's get a tree view so we're not totally lost. Yep, there's all that we did. Cool stuff exists. We copied it over to a child directory. Now we've had so much fun creating things. What do you say we destroy? I say we should do that. Let's remove some files. How do we delete stuff? That's the fun part, right? So let's clear our screen and let's create a quick file. This is where we are. We're in the home directory, home sweet tilde, and I'll do touch, please don't delete me. Bam. So if I do ls-l, there he is right there. How do we delete that file? Like all things in this video so far, it's very, very simple. It's just knowing the command. The command will be rm for remove. rm and then the file you want to delete. The file is please don't delete me. We're gonna ignore his final plea, take him out. If I do ls-l, he's gone. And just like copy and move, we can do multiple things at once. So I'll create some more files. Please don't delete me, and then I'll delete them. Remove, please don't delete me. Just like that. We can also remove directories. And this is where things get kind of fun. Now, let's say we want to delete the directory actually. Here's how we'll do it. The command will be rm and then dir for remove directory. We'll then type in actually to specify our directory, and that's it. Hit enter, done. If I type in ls-l, actually is gone. He's actually gone. But here's the kicker here, watch this. If I type in rm dir for remove directory, and let's say we remove the one we worked so hard on, but we don't care anymore. The directory that has all the other ones and all of our cool stuff backed up in it. Let's try to remove him. So rmdir, specify directory, this ain't gonna work, watch. Whoa, failed to remove. It's not empty, there's stuff in there. And you're thinking to yourself, well, I knew that. But you may not have known that. Linux is trying to protect you from yourself. But let's tell them we don't need it, take our gloves off, and let's get a little crazy. The best way to remove a directory that has stuff in it is to not to use the remove directory command, which is very confusing. You wanna use just the rm command, remove. So rm, just like this. And this time we're going to use a new switch. Actually, a switch we just used earlier, -R. It stands for the same thing, recursive, where before we recursively copied everything inside a folder to another destination. This time we're going to recursively remove everything inside of a folder along with its directory. We're just going to obliterate it. We're going to take out directory. This is not reversible. We're just going to do it. So rm-r, directory, say goodbye. We're taking out all that hard work we did. Done. So if I do ls-l, it's gone. If I do my tree command, we just pruned our tree. It's gone. Everything's gone. Now, can I show you something dangerous? I probably shouldn't show this to you. I want to do it anyway. Okay. If you've been watching my channel for a bit, you've already seen this, but this command will scare you. The command will be rm-r, and we're also going to throw in an f. What does that mean? Well, let's actually look it up. Let's do rm-help. It'll tell us all the switches we can use and how much fun we can have with it. We can see that R means what we already knew, recursive. Remove directories and their contents recursively. Also, -f means we're going to be a bit forceful. And what that means is we're going to ignore all warnings. Linux is going to tell us, hey, you probably shouldn't do that. Hey, stop, warning sign, warning sign. We're going to go, nope, gas the pedal, going right through it all. That's what force means. So we're going to do that. We're also going to use, and I haven't showed this to you yet, we're going to use -- no preserve root, because we're gonna try and delete everything, and we don't want it to have special treatment. And that's what this is doing. So let's get back to our command line. We're gonna do rm-rf, we do -- no preserve root, and then we'll do /. What we're saying here is, hey, I want you to delete everything recursively starting at the root of the file system. That will break everything. It will, 100%. And also, just to add a little bit of spice to it, Control A, go to the beginning of our command and type in sudo. Let's give it sudo permissions. Let's give it rights to do this. Now, before you stink and do this, make sure it's on a machine that is ephemeral, temporary, like this Hack the Box machine. Also, before you do it, if you're on the free version, if you're not paying for Hack the Box Academy, you only get like 1 instance per day. So if you run this right now, it's gonna break and you won't get to reset it. For me, I can reset it and run it as many times as I want because I pay for it. So anyways, don't do this until you're like done for the day. And also don't ever do this on any other computer unless it's temporary and ephemeral. Did I say that already? I just want to make sure you got that. Anyways, here we go, running this command. So it's telling me a lot of things it can't remove, but it also already removed a lot of other things. So if like, for example, if I bring up another command prompt, if it'll even do it, it won't. Control C this. If I try to do anything like pwd, gone. Doesn't work. Echo hi. Remember, everything in Linux is a file, and we just deleted a lot of files. So those files were our commands. Those files were things, how we did things. So that's how you can break Linux. That was fun. I need to reset my Linux now. Okay, machine is back up. Here we go. Time to create a million directories. I'm gonna launch my terminal. Now, as I said before, I'm gonna use the mkdir command with the -p switch. Create a bunch of parent directories, or child directories. Actually, first let me do an ls-l, show you what I got here. Just 4 simple directories, nothing going on. If I type in tree, very simple tree, a few files in there, no big deal. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm doing that. That's simple, because the -p command allows me to nest a lot of directories within a directory. Now, I'm not gonna do this specifically because there is a limit on the number of child directories. I'm not sure what the hard limit is. I'm not sure if it's this machine or whatever, but I can only create about 600 or so in one go. So parent directory with like 600 or so child directories. So what I did, using some bash scripting skills, I created a script that will create more parent directories with 600 in those, and just did it over and over and over again, like 1,500 times. You wanna see it? I'll use nano, another one.sh. I'll do Control-Shift-V to paste it all in there. Just a simple for loop to do something crazy. It's gonna take a bit. Control-X, Y, enter to save, and time to run the script. Bash another one.sh. Here we go. Okay, that took a minute, but I think it's done. So now let's type in tree to see what we're dealing with here. Watch this. I feel like I'm falling down like a forest, or like going through a forest and hitting in the face with trees, branches and stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like this should be like a screensaver. Just break it. Oh, there it goes. It's gonna do this for a minute. Okay, it's finally done, and there's our number. 1,116,017 directories, which is just, I don't know. Because I scrolled through this, it's so stupid. This was stupid, I know, but I did it. Like a million directories named another one. Oh, by the way, have you hacked the YouTube algorithm today? Just make sure you do. Hit that like button, notification bell, comment, subscribe. We gotta hack YouTube today. Ethically, of course. Yeah, that's all I got. I'll catch you guys next time.